Good morning, sports fans. This is George with Custom Tied Flies and Guide Service. And this morning we're going to be building a custom tides version of the Sneak Attack. It's a pretty straightforward, very simple pattern. You shouldn't have any hard troubles building it. So the recipe is a standard shank 60-degree jig hook. Here I'm using Montana Fly Company's 7203 Danville Flymaster thread in a 140 denier black. The tail is CDL-Pardo. The body is black Krystal flash, and you're going to use 4 strands of the black Krystal flash. The thorax is Spectra dubbing number 95. Looks like this. Excuse me. And the bead is, I'm using a 3.0 millimeter matte black slotted tungsten bead from Wholesale Fly Company. So get tied in. I'm using a piece of 020 lead wire as a peg to stand the bead up. You want to build yourself a thread dam there behind the bead and just break that piece of wire off, and then you're going to build a thread ramp and next is your tail. It's Coq de Leon and a Pardo, and I get my Coq de Leon from a company in Romania called Troutline. You want your tail to be about a shank length. You want to try to keep this thread as flat as possible. That's the thing I like about Danville. It's a flat thread, so I can adjust the flatness to how I want it, as opposed to a thread like Uni, which is a round thread. And I mean, if it's round, you can't adjust it. It's just round. So I'm using 2 of the black Krystal flash. I get that at Hareline. You want to line the ends up and then find the middle. Then you just thumb it onto the thread. Bring the thread down. That way you don't get a bump back behind the tail. And then just bring the thread forward. And then I'm going to put a couple of half hitches up here in the front. Then you want to pull tension on this to try to get some of the curl out of it. And then just bring it forward. I'm probably going to have to put some twist on it to try to keep the strands together. There we go. Nope. Sometimes you got to put a hackle plier on stuff. Got to keep those strands together as best as you can. Boy, this one just don't want to cooperate, does it? There we go. Slide that back. And you want those wraps to be very close. They're not open spirals, they're not open wraps, they're closed wraps. Take two this way, and then bring your flash back and take 2, 3, and then trim that off. That way you don't get a bunch of tag ends up behind the bead. Put a little UV resin on here. Make sure you get it all the way around. Just paint that on. This is Solaris Bone Dry. Hit that with the light. You want to give it, I don't know, 6 or 8 seconds to cure. And then you got your collar, your thorax. You want to get a nice tight twist so you don't have a bunch of stray ends. And I paint the thread with UV. Get 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hit that with the light, not with the letter opener. And there you have it. Custom Tides version of the sneak attack. I hope this tutorial was informative and educational for you. If you liked what you saw, if you find these videos helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This and other information, videos, pictures are on my website at www.custom-tied.com. That's CUSTOM-TIED.com. Have a splash, don't forget the dash. Happy tying!